Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant. And I like this movie, this trailer. It's called Land. It's a movie that it's very, oh boy, what's the word for it? I guess it's very Spartan. It has a trailer ahead of the trailer, which I'll never understand. uh, Land. Watch the trailer now. That's what I'm doing. Like, why put a trailer in front of the trailer? I'm gonna watch it. So, the main character. Come here, John. You're gonna ruin everything. The main character is a woman who's from the city, and she can't stand living near people anymore. Which I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to at certain times of their lives, anyway. She may have lost her family. Um, it's implied. It's not really shown specifically. You see her going to therapy and just making the move out to the middle of nowhere. And so she moves into this cabin in the middle of the woods, like really far remote. And you can see it is a low tech cabin. She doesn't have a lot of amenities here. Um, and it's about someone who's decided to live kind of like a hermit, but she doesn't really know anything about living this way. And, a couple of people warn her, but she insists on living out here, and she struggles to, like, cut enough firewood, and then the winter comes, and during the course of it, she's remembering, I think, her late family or the family she lost. It's not quite clear. She encounters a bear. She runs out of food, and things go to hell. And she ends up on a Florida cabin, like basically freezing to death when a trapper finds her. And this is a film by Robin Wright. Yeah, it was Robin Wright. And they become friends, and he agrees to teach her how to live out there. And so, he starts to teach her, and she starts to learn how to survive on her own. So, it's a classic story, and she's still remembering her family. And it's a classic story of, like, redemption. He's lost his family. I'm not sure if she really lost her family, or if she lost her family in that maybe she's divorced, or she lost her kid in a settlement or something. It's not clear. But he teaches her how to hunt. Here she is hunting, and you could see in the trailer she starts to become more self-sufficient, and he starts to get her to open up. And it's a bit of a role reversal, because normally it's the other way around, right? Normally it's the guy who won't open up, and he encounters some woman who tries to, like, melt his heart. And so I guess there's a bit of a romance here, although the trapper tells her, I'm going to teach you things and then you're never going to see me again. Which is interesting too. So I'm not sure where this is going in terms of an ending, but I find it very intriguing. This is her family in the flashback. And it's very, again, it's a nice simple movie about characters. And you've got these scenic vistas. It's a very appealing movie. He brings her a drawing that his niece made of a crazy mountain woman, and it's all about the journey. It's a classic tale of a journey, and this character is trying to find herself out in the wilderness, and will she find it? In this land. And she's going through trials and tribulations. Written by Jesse Chatham and Aaron Digman, directed by Robin Wright. I like it when it's like this. I don't, a lot of times, and no offense to any directors, but I prefer it when screenwriters do the screenwritings and directors do the directing. Sometimes you got auteurs who can do both, but it's a problem in movies, and I think in comic books where people try to do too much because they just want a lot of credit. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does. There are a lot of talented people that out there. I'm not knocking it, but this looks like an extremely tight, detailed movie about character, about a journey of that character. You've got two writers, you've got a director. I know Robin Wright. I know I've seen her name before. So this, to me, Screenwriters, is something you should see. I'm guessing based on this trailer. It looks like a good trailer. It comes out in February. I assume they think theaters will be open in February. I hope they will be. This looks like a movie worth seeing. It's not going to be like a blockbuster, fun time, happy movie, but it looks like a solid drama. It's not too big. A lot of times you get these dramas and they're just huge. And really, dramas need to be, I think, small. When the stakes are this small, there's a lot you can do, and it really draws you in. At least this movie drew me in, and this to me is an example. You've got a female protagonist, and she's on a real journey. Okay, there's too many people in Hollywood's like, oh, we need to have a female as the lead, or we can't do the movie. This is a movie with an actual female lead that makes sense. Okay? And she's actually going on a journey. You look at something like the recent Star Wars movies with Rey, she doesn't really go through that journey in my view. Now, I didn't see the movies. I've seen many clips and read reviews and read synopsis. This is the kind of stuff that was missing, I think, from a movie like that. And it's very typical in Hollywood. It's not just in the Star Wars movies. You need to have your character break down. And when you forget that and you're too concerned with all the bells and whistles, it makes for a much stronger story if your character begins all effed up. All effed up, doesn't know what the hell am I doing? I'm going in the wrong direction. And then you have somewhere to go, as opposed to, oh, look at this cool character. You don't want to start high. You want to start down here so you have places to go. And that's a rule in screenwriting. It's a rule in storytelling, really. So I'm excited about this movie. It's called Land, February 12th, in theaters, if we have theaters, but look for it anyway.